Afternoon, everybody. It's us. It is 12:47 here in the UK. Also, I need to charge my watch. Hey, bird. What you doing? Can I get tiny head rubs? I can. I am allowed tiny head rubs today. That's not unpleasant. Oh, today's one of the days I'm allowed head rubs. Sophie. What? Proper head rubs? Oh, hi, Mum. Oh, yes. Hey. Hey, bird. Oh, no. Enough head rubs. Get off me, weirdo. Push my luck with the head rubs. What you doing? Oh, sticks. It's weird yesterday how the entire household wasn't feeling it yesterday. Like, the female wasn't feeling very well, I wasn't feeling particularly great, Sophie wasn't into it. Oh, super heart, thank you. It was like a really weird sort of like grey and quiet day. And like, none of us were really into it. The cats weren't into it. You go and stroke the cats and they were just like, yeah, okay, that was fine, go away. That kind of thing. So, but today a little bit of sun's come out and everyone's spicy and happy now. Bird. No, there's always at least one stick. There's always just a stick to obsess about. But I do notice I don't see Y stick anywhere. I don't see the Y stick. Oh wow, multiple bulbs. Every now and again she just picks it up, just like, yeah, look, stick, see, I've got a stick. This nest is legit. Who says it isn't? See? Stick. This is always the way though, when I look back to previous year's Nest Fest pictures, she always kicks out nearly all of the sticks before she starts laying. Like pretty much all of the pictures where there are eggs in a nest, there aren't any sticks. Isn't any sticks, that's a sentence, Andy, come on. You trying to scratch your back with that or something? What? Breedings, we haven't had breedings, I like that. Sophie. Still haven't had a bath though, bird. Still got a dusty back. Look at this, and no neck. Where is this bird's neck? What you got? Sophie. Can I see stick? I get tiny little breeze. Oh yeah, she has had tons of calcium. Yeah. All of those sort of like meat bone chew things are wrapped around calcium. The actual bone of the thing is calcium. And also, she's always got cuttlefish on the go, and make sure there's always cuttlefish in her nest. Well, around for her to eat. So yeah, there's definitely multiple places she can get calcium from. Can I hold it? I think, do I get to hold it too? Have you crashed? Bird? You've crashed, haven't you? Yeah. Bird has stopped responding. Actually, she was fine if I tried to take it away from her. Yeah. Okay, you can hold it. Boop. Reset. Are we getting extra thoughtful, bird? What do we think? Hmm? What do you think, bird? So yeah, sometimes I think it is a little bit like that. It's just like, yes, yes, very clever, now go away. I thought I'd come out with no coat on. I think, I went outside and it was sunny. I thought I could, I don't need a coat. I've got a sweater on. What are you talking about? Put a coat on. Sophie. Yes, bird. That's a good stick. Yeah, I don't actually see the Y stick anywhere. I think the Y stick might have fallen down the road, fallen down the wayside, or has. No, I don't see it anywhere. Rory and Con are doing okay, actually. We're still watching her foot. We're still paying attention to Rory's foot because we're still not 100% sure that it's completely healed. But she's been pretty damn chill at the moment. Oh, bless. But yeah, we are keeping an eye on Rory. Oh, the zoom in and out thing on the Periscope app is so naff. Why can't it just be a slider on the screen? Sophie, look at this. Look at the underfloof and everything. Our neighbours had a bouncy castle delivered today, so we have no idea what to expect. No, the Rory and Con, because they're injured wild birds rather than Sophie that is an imprint, they're less into us than Sophie is. I mean, they're fine. They just go into their bedroom while we tidy up and scrub the surfaces and that kind of thing. Oh, jiggly dance, burb. Big stretch. I think it's just instinct. I think it's just, as I say, Sophie doesn't sit for long on her eggs. I think the most she's ever sat on one is like a day or so before she realises, like, oh, this one's not a goer. There's a wild there. See? Don't know whether you can see the wild that's on the crows. Oh, we have gone ultra tea cozy. Well, we do a big scrub every weekend, but we do all of it gets hosed down every day. All the surfaces get hosed down. I sometimes wonder whether somebody knows somebody who owns a bouncy castle company or something, because it seems to be like any birthday or special event. They're like, get a bouncy castle. The kids are young. They're having a good time. Who am I to judge? Look at this. Look at the overhang, burb. We've got the little vent open and everything. You've got the big floofers, you've got the chest floofers out and everything. The bouncy castles are returning to the wild. Nature is mending. Also, Sophie has become a pancake. Max Bloor. Oh, that wind. Oh, blimey. Oh. Oh, someone's fixed his motorbike. What do you think, bird? We gone a bit thoughtful? I'll never do blimey. Yeah, we are. We're having a little bit of a contemplation. Yeah. See, if it was warm, I'd say she melted, but it's not. Oh, Sophie. Yeah, contemplating the universe, definitely. Thinking deep cosmos thoughts. Yeah, she's really done well this year. She's excelled herself with the stacking. She's stacked plenty up the sides and things, but hasn't sort of oh, what's the word I'm going for? Last year she kind of overdid it a bit, like overthought it, and like took her ages to feel happy with it. But yeah, this year she seems to have reached a nice spot with her nest. Slightly quicker. I think last year the basket shape was different and it didn't really suit her. Was it last year? I think it might have been the year before now I say it. The basket wasn't really, it was more of a dish than a basket. And I don't think it completely lined up with what she imagined. But this one's doing nicely. It's just the right sort of height so she can look over it. And just high enough so she feels safe in there. Yeah, Sophie's a rescue bird. Well, Sophie, Rory and Khan are all rescue birds, but Sophie is what they call an imprinted bird. She some kids stole her from a nest when she was an egg, and when the egg hatched, they dropped the chick on a local sort of RSPCA rescue, and the volunteer that hand-fed Sophie and saved her life did so at home. Didn't have the volunteer didn't have the specialised training you need to not imprint birds on humans. So she was hand-feeding Sophie in a living room with visitors and televisions and radios and that kind of thing. So Sophie became imprinted, which just means exactly this, that she thinks humans are her friends. And it also means this is why she can't be released into the wild, because she doesn't have the requisite skills to gather food, and also she would just fly up to the first human that she thought looked legit and start bugging them for food and popcorn and that kind of thing. So she lives with us, and she came to us 9 years ago and picked me rather than the female, and here we are. Yeah, she wouldn't have any idea of how to do it in the wild, how to bird properly. So she birds with us. She didn't get that spider. No, she was really annoyed by that spider. She was super maggro about that spider. It was in the gap between the two like sheets of polycarbonate that are next to her food bowl. She could see it. She could see it well enough to see that it was a spider and that it was alive, but couldn't get to it. She got super maggro. I noticed it's since run off, but yeah. Because before I started filming, you could see in her mind, she was like, I am going to neck that spider 100%. You could see her sort of just go, yes, keep it calm, Soph, keep it calm, you can do this. One biff and you've got it. Biff. What? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Hey, buddy. We're off. I like the way I'm looking in a nest like, yeah, anything? And we're off. We're off. Yeah, it was in the... It had... Oh, you've tipped your food bowl into your water. I mean, obviously, of course you have. Yeah, it was in here. It was in this sort of like... the gap between the two bits of corrugated polycarbonate. Oh, there's another one. Oh, hang on, there's another one there. Oh, hang on, blueberry. Yeah, quick snack, spot of blueberry, very nice. That one's super overripe as well. Yes, definitely a smell. Tasty spider. What do you think? Bird? No kissing. Okay. Sophie. Hey, buddy. What you doing? Okay. Where are you going with that? Oh, okay. The bath. Yeah, that makes sense. I like the way she's tipped all of her food from her food bowl, her treat bowl, into her water. But she's managed to do so without getting any water into this bowl. It's pretty impressive. Yes. Spider. Yep. Gross. Get that cherry tree up. If I remember rightly, spiders are one of the ways naturally birds would get calcium in the wild. That and woodlice, if I remember rightly. Woodlice are rich in calcium. Oh, a different stick. Okay. I did build the aviary, yeah. It didn't actually take that long. It probably took... all in all, to like build and debug, because you got to make sure like the doors work and all the perches are at the right angles and set up and that kind of thing. I did it over like autumn and a winter, so it was ready for the spring. So yeah, it probably took me... The actual building the structure took me a weekend, but getting all the perches and getting the gravel and the paving slabs and the mesh that's in the floor and that kind of thing took longer than we thought it was going to. Ooh, Kiki. So yeah, probably took me all in all like 2 months of weekends, that kind of thing. Oh, it's easier ton of gravel, yeah. It's wire mesh, paving slabs, and then gravel. And it started off as a ton, but we've probably topped it up since then. The problem with gravel is it does tend to compact a bit, so we sort of like, we certainly topped up the Crow's one, and I think we put some more into Sophie's as well, so it's probably nearer. Probably getting on for 2 tons, maybe 1.5 tons. Or shifted by hand, of course, because, you know. We're back. We're back in Turbo Blorpy again. Right, come on then, bird. I've got to get back to work. Let's do the lolly stick thing. Lolly stick. Back in pancake, yep. They're very similar, yeah. They're slightly different in that they're a bigger diameter because their feet are bigger more than anything else. And you've got to sort of like you've got to work around the fact that Rory's only got one good gripping foot, sort of thing. So you have to make their perches. You have to make their perches a little bit bigger in diameter, and also, it sounds weird, but if there's like a flatter part of the wood, you would favour that, so she's got something to rest her foot against. And also, there are more shorter perches in their aviary because their one has to be optimised more for hopping between places rather than flying between places. So yeah, it's accessible aviary. Yeah, so there is more optimised for sort of like steps from ground level up to perches, whereas Sophie's is more optimised, so she's got places to land when she's in flight. Right, come on, bird. Let's get back to work. Well, I say let's. Let me get back to work. Thanks for coming, everybody. It's always lovely to see you all. If you've just stumbled across this on Periscope and you'd like to follow Sophie on Twitter, her Twitter handle is @BreeSophieBree. Or if you Google Sophie the Magpie, everything you need's there. So thanks for coming. Stay safe, and we'll see you all again tomorrow. Bye for now, chums.